Robert Smerdon, Lone Rock goes round in the Thoroughbred Club plate on Saturday.
Yeah, she was a good win last start at Moonee Valley in the Champagne Stakes. That was Group 3 set weight fillies race, so she's proved her class at this level. This being a set weight and penalty race, she meets a couple of horses who were around her, like the second horse, Jessie's Girl. She meets at 2.5 kilos worse, so she gets the raw end of the deal in terms of weights, but done particularly well. Could not be happier with her in the way she's progressed since then.
Persian Star and the Herbert Power.
Yeah, she probably comes in under, there's a couple of Caulfield Cup contenders there trying to force their way into the field, and she probably comes in under those horses, but her performance Saturday will tell us what our next step is, whether we go to the Moonee Valley Cup or something like a Bendigo Cup instead.
A couple of other runners for you Saturday.
Adrenaline's our only other runner. He was a good winner here at Caulfield last start. He lines up same track, same distance, so that holds no fears for him. It is a step up in depth of competition, but he was a fairly comprehensive winner at his most recent run, so I would think he'd be pretty competitive again.
And the track's in magnificent order here. We expect a good surface on Saturday.
He had 19 mil of rain during the week, so I think it should be perfect on Saturday. Should have a bit of give in it, good grass cover. Should be perfect for all horses, I would have thought.
And the best from your yard?
Lone Rock, I think.
Trent Benuto, Tony Vasil's foreman. A couple of good runners here for Tony on Saturday at Caulfield.
That's right, Simon. Yeah, we've got our attention in the Guineas and apprehending the Herbert Power.
Intensius is ticking along nicely. Obviously, he has to step up this Saturday for the Guineas.
Yeah, he does. Look, his last couple of runs in the McNeil and especially in the prelude were encouraging. Some more rain would be nice, but at this stage he's in the field with some sort of chance.
And of course, apprehends on the path to the Caulfield Cup and ticking along just nicely.
Yeah, we're really happy with that horse. His coat's come right at the right time of the year. His work's been super. It's been throwouts between runs. His only chance of qualifying for the Caulfield Cup is to be winning the Herbert Power on Saturday. So at this stage, fingers crossed. It's a strong race, but look, he's going well.
Valdemoro a little bit disappointing last week in the Benella Cup, but back on track and heading towards the Caulfield Cup.
Yeah, look, we really can't fault the way she's pulled up. She was heavily in season the day of the race at Benella, so at this stage we're prepared to sort of forgive her on that effort and roll the dice in the Caulfield Cup.
Mick Spacecraft, he's been impressive this preparation.
He's probably not a bad horse. We've had a good opinion of him. We've had to sort of place him to get his rating up. He's done really well. I think he finds the Toorak at the right time in his preparation. You know, he's hard fit, he's at his top. He has drawn 13 out of 15, which will require a good ride, but Alamosa won it from barrier 14 in his year, and it's a race where they can split up a bit. So I'm just hoping he sort of gets in that midfield, 3 deep with cover spot. But look, the horse is really well in himself. Because of his rating, he sort of ended up with 55.5 in a Group 1 handicap, and I mean he won a very, very average listed race in Adelaide, so he's weighted up to his best. It's just the sort of way the race has worked out, but I can't fault him. He's in beautiful order and he gets his chance.
More Joyce is all the rave, but your man gets a couple of kilos off her.
Interesting runner, isn't it? In Sydney at the Randwick Mile, she'd probably be unbeatable. 58 around Caulfield first time. You know, those Sydney horses, actually there's a bit of Sydney form in the race, but I'm hoping that Caulfield just proves a bit tricky for her. I certainly wouldn't say she couldn't win, albeit 58. It is a lot of weight for a mare, but we're 2.5 kilos away. She's won 2 Group 1s, and we won a very ordinary listed race, and we're only 2.5 kilos away from her. So, look, I'm happy with my horse though, and I think you've run a pretty good race.
And the home track, that'd have to go in your favour as well, I think.
Yeah, well, look, if you're doing form, you've always got to bunk up those home track horses, no matter where you go. So certainly it applies to him. We have not run him here at Caulfield since we've had him, but previously he did win at Caulfield. This time last year he won the on 1,000 Guineas Day over a mile, so Caulfield will be fine for him. And drawing out, it may even help him, as in, he doesn't want to be stuck on the fence in traffic anyway. So as long as he gets a nice run in the race and has every chance, we'll be happy.
Now you're on the runners for Saturday?
Yeah, probably run that Fastnet Rock filly Barangaroo in the Thoroughbred Club, the 1200 metre Group 3 race. She's nice and fresh. We'll run her in that. I was sort of intent on trying to get 1,000 guineas berth for her, but just couldn't get runs for her. But she'll run pretty well, and Orbiting Bell's going super. She'll run in the Northwood Plume, the listed race for mares. She's going fantastic as long as there's no rain. She's in really good order, and probably slipped under the radar a bit, but she's a tough little spinning wheel mare, and she should go pretty good.
The best from the Mick Price for Saturday?
Well, mate, I'm hoping it's Spacecraft, because it is a Group 1.
Rick or Lacy, of course, has the favourite in the Caulfield Guineas on Saturday with Turak Toff. Rick, how's the horse travelling?
He's very well, Simon. Ready to rock and roll.
He's been caught out wide a couple of times of late in his racing. You happy with the barrier this week?
Yes, yeah. It could be better, but it could be worse. I think Oliver should be able to get a good run from there.
And where do you see most of the competition coming from for him?
Oh, there are 4 or 5. There's probably only 2 or 3 lengths between the first 4 or 5, and including I Love the City and Moody's horse and maybe a couple of others.
Are you quietly confident, Rick?
Yes, I think you've got to be quietly confident. The horse has the form to win the race, and hopefully he can do it for us.
And not getting ahead of ourselves, but after Saturday, where does he head?
He'll go straight to the paddock and reappear at the Gold Coast about the middle of January for that Magic Millions race, and from there he'll go for the Australian Guineas.